One Pride, what's going on? It's your boy, T. Back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. Let's get into it. Let's get after it, man. In today's episode, we're talking the Trinity Benson trade. We're breaking down the 53-man roster, and we're responding to Jared Goff's press conference yesterday when he asked, why not us? So let's dive right into the video.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive right into the trade news. The Detroit Lions have traded for wide receiver Trinity Benson from the Denver Broncos for 2 late-round draft picks. I'm pretty intrigued by this move. You want to know why? Because it says a lot to me that the Denver Broncos didn't just wave this guy goodbye. They saw some value in him, and they got some value back for him. And that wide receiver room in Denver is a lot more tight, a lot more depth in there than ours, which is wide open. They got Jerry Jeudy. They got KJ Hamler. They got Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, and Trinity Benson was competing for that 5th wide receiver spot. Here he's going to be competing for all the wide receiver spots because there's no solidified number 1. He could come in here and make a name for himself. Who knows? He went to a small school. He's 24, going into his 2nd year, I believe. He spent 2 years on the Denver Broncos practice squad, and he's developing. Now he had a terrific camp, made a name for himself, and now he's got an opportunity of a lifetime to go make a name for yourself, man. You had a small opportunity in Denver, and you took advantage of that. Now you got a big opportunity here in Detroit, so let's see you take an advantage of this opportunity. I'm excited to see what this guy can do. I'm hearing he's got good hands, he's got speed, he's a playmaker. I watched a little bit of his highlights in college, but what was on YouTube, he's a punt returner and a kick returner. It was a small school, so let's see what he can do. He's a dynamic player. Let's give him a chance. Now let's dive into this initial 53-man roster. No kickers. Everyone's freaking out. We don't have any kickers on our team. Relax. We got the waiver wire, and if we don't even sign a kicker, that means Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have faith in Jack Fox to kick field goals. They're not going to be dumb and not sign a kicker, man. They'll get it figured out, so relax about that. What I am intrigued about this 53-man roster is how young we are. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. We all know there's going to be growing pains this year. We all know the expectations are low this year. We could surprise people, we could not. But all I want to see this year, for this year to be a success, in my opinion, for this rebuild to be a success moving forward, are these players getting better every week, and are they developing? And if that's happening, I'm all here for it, and I want to see them compete in every single game. That's what I'll consider this season a win. If the rebuild's going in the right direction, these players are developing really well, and we're competing in every ball game. I will be so ecstatic about that. How about our young cornerback room? I'm excited about this. Yeah, we're going to have some growing pains back there. Yeah, these guys aren't going to be what we want them to be right away. There's going to be some deep balls against us. That's expected with young corners, man. They're in the NFL, and they're going to be learning, and they're going to be developing. And you know what happens when you get burnt? You learn from it, and you play better the next play. That's what I want to see out of these young guys. Our oldest corner right now is a Warrior. He's going into his 3rd year. I'm excited for this guy's 3rd year. I think he's about to take the next step. His rookie year, he was coming on. Last year, he was really coming on. This 3rd year, I want to see what he can do, especially with Aubrey Pleasant coaching him in the defensive backfield. Jeff Okuda, 2nd-year player. He's taken like the kind of leadership role for Jerry Jacobs, for Bobby Price, for A.J. Parker, man. I'm excited for that young corners room to grow together, grow up and develop together. And you know what's exciting about how young these guys are? Let's say this rebuild does work. All these guys that we see growing, we get to watch them grow into studs. We get to watch them grow this team into a Super Bowl champion. That's what we want. That's what the whole point of this new regime is, right? To rebuild this team into a winner. And we got a bunch of young guys in here we can watch grow. It's going to be kind of like the Pistons' young core. Hopefully, that's what I'm envisioning. And I think these young guys that we kept are, in my opinion, solid players. And then you got the wide receiver room, and we got 6 of them, right? You got Tyrell Williams, Quintez Cephas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Trinity Benson, Tom Kennedy. Who's the other one I'm forgetting, man? Oh, let me look at the list. Oh, Khalif Raymond, man. And Khalif Raymond's coming on. He's been a journeyman around the NFL. He seems like he's starting to find a spot here in Detroit. So the wide receiver room, that's wide open too, like I was saying with Trinity Benson. The young cornerback room, the D-line's actually looking pretty solid with the players we got. We got Brockers. We got Williams, we got McNeil, we got Hand, we got Owens Enrique, Pedicini, and Kevin Strong. I'll take those guys. Those guys are competitive guys, and they're big. They're going to be clogging that middle up. And our outside linebackers, I'll take that depth. You got Trey Flowers, you got Romeo Okora. 2 studs, a little bit, like when they're on, and they're playing really good. If Trey Flowers could play healthy, I'm excited to see what he could do this year. And then you got Julian Okora, who's learning under his younger brother. You know he's going to want to put some pride on for his older brother, right? And then you got Austin Bryant, who's I heard was him and Charles Harris both made the team, and they were competing for that last outside linebacker spot job. So even if Trey Flowers or Romeo Okora were to go down, I would not be upset throwing Austin Bryant out there. I would not be upset throwing Charles Harris out there because these guys have had a decent camp and they're competing. All I want to see this year is these guys compete. And that's what I'm, like earlier in the video when I said, that's what I will consider this season a success. If they're competitive in every game and they're developing. That's all I care about. That was my first initial take from the 53-man roster. Now let me respond to Mr. Goff, Jared Goff. I have faith in you, but the why not us question is only going to go as far as you take us. Are you going to respond to all the critics that you had in LA that think you're washed up? Or are you going to respond to people like me who have got the faith in you, who think you could be that NFL quarterback to lead a team to the Super Bowl? I think you can be. So yes, I'm believing in you, but it all rides with you, Jared Goff. So let's see it, man. One Pride, it's your boy T signing out. Let's get it rocking. Season coming around the corner.